Well, we are outside the courthouse. You can see the large group of people who have gathered. The courthouse is over this way. Over here, it's really interesting how the mainstream media and the rest of the group sort of divide. So this is mainstream media, and you can see kind of the setup. You've got Court TV there in the corner with the white umbrella. You got the Daily Mail there. You got a bunch of different reporters and news stations, and then as you come down this way, you have the line for the public to get in, and the public is a mixture of media and then also people, a lot of creators or people who are locals, just interested in the case, sort of a variety. There aren't many who get in, so it's always a dicey situation. But you can see the more TV cameras that are set up here. And this right here, the courthouse. Up there on the third floor is where the jury is currently deliberating. And we will hear at some point what they've done or what they're, I guess maybe just that they've gone home for the day. We'll just have to wait and see. It's Friday. Typically you get a lot of verdicts on a Friday. Jury's ready to go home, they're ready to finish the case. So my bet is on them finishing today, but then you never know. So you don't know how divided they are, and they spent a long time on the case. They're going to want to get it right, and they're going to want to agree if they possibly can. So now you can see people in the seats all through here. People have been waiting all night, line sitters, as well as people who are just waiting to see what happens. Oh, I don't want to miss this. Right here, a protest is gearing up and talking about, you can see some of the signs. Kathy loves Rit, justice for Abby and Libby, true justice for Libby and Abby. We love you, Rick Allen. Troll Patrol with Coach Cruz. No cameras, no wonder. And I think they've got double of some, so it looks like they have two like that under there. Stop the railroading of Rick. I shall be released. The world is watching, which is true. Real justice for Libby and Abby. Justice for Libby and Abby. We all love you. Shame on you, Indiana. And you can read the rest. Not necessarily safe for YouTube. Resting Gull Face. Justice for Abby, Libby, and Rick. Investigate the investigation. We are not gullible. Today is the day. Libby and Abby died innocent. Also very, very true. Justice for two beautiful souls, it says on that one. Still holding out hope for justice for Libby and Abby. Railroad crossing. Not sure what that one means. No Gulty. Not Gulty. There we go. Not Gulty. The state is the python. I'm not your fall guy. And Rick Allen is innocent. Law enforcement guilty. And then just Libby and Abby down there. And I think a lot of this, as you can see, sort of the sentiment of the people who are making the signs is that they're really, it still is not going to be justice for Libby and Abby after today. Whether there be a guilty or not guilty verdict, I think a lot of people are thinking the issue is that they don't have the right guy. And until they have the right person, that's not justice. I truly agree with the fact that you have to have not just the right person, but all of the right people for that to be justice, because convicting someone who is not guilty or convicting without due process is something that we don't do here, and it's something we don't believe in under our Constitution, which is why I think this one is so important. The world is watching, because it's really true. The world is watching to see how we handle justice in our country. We stand for a system where we believe that people are entitled to due process, where we believe people are entitled to fair treatment, and where we believe that prisoners must be treated justly and humanely. And the question is whether Rick Allen was treated that way. Was he in fact given the treatment that we say we believe in constitutionally? To some degree, that's separate from the issue of whether he's guilty or innocent in the case, because the question of how he was treated in prison is sort of its own situation, its own separate issue. But both are critically important in this case. So as you can see, anyway, I'll keep going down the line. We've got more chairs. There are chairs set up all the way down, and it has been a crazy mixture of different systems because there's not been any agreement. I'll take you to my chair too. There's not been any agreement by, there's been no enforcement by the judge. There's been no plan for it, so people are just guessing. So you can see here's my lawyerly chair. And I've had so many line sitters sit here for me. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten in. Now, for a long time, the entire chair system was up there on the ramp. Not until the election, when they were going to be counting votes inside the courthouse, did they have us come out here. So we're all out here on the street, and then at least the one time we've done it so far, we orderly filed up to the courthouse in line until there was the bum rush of the courtroom, which wasn't supposed to happen but did. So in any event, here we are. This is my seat, and so I am I think my sign is falling off. Yeah, what was it? I think I'm number 7. I'm number 7. You can kind of see it there. It's torn a little bit, but I'm number 7 in line, which is great because 16 get in, so that means I'm in. And in fact, it should be 18 who get in. There's been a little bit of uncertainty around that, but at 7 I should be able to get in, so that's a huge relief. And you can see the people, the chairs, and of course more media down there in the corner. Big media presence, a lot of people interested in this case, but it has a host of important issues that people are interested in following. And there are a lot of people wondering if Rick Allen is guilty, if he is actually the guy who killed Libby and Abby, and wondering what the jury will do. My guess is we're going to be hearing from the jury. They're up there on the 3rd floor right now. They actually have the run of the courtroom to look at their evidence, which I thought was interesting. There is a good bit of evidence to look at if they want to. Both sides in closing argument asked them to please look at the evidence, to please take a look again back through what they had been shown during the trial. The defense wanted them to watch the interviews of Richard Allen before he was arrested. They were very persuasive. In both of those, he was adamant that he was not the guy who killed Libby and Abby. He seemed like an innocent guy, just stunned by why he was being pursued for this. It was 5 years after the deaths of Libby and Abby, so I think he was wondering, I don't get it. Why are you coming after me, and why are you coming after me now? So I just wanted to give you a little update, show you what it's like outside the courthouse as we wait for the verdict, and I will keep you posted.